guys, today I'm going to be filming a bike check. This is my 2021 Giant Trance X 2. Just purchased like literally 2 days ago, and yeah, we're going to be taking a look here. First off, if you just want to see how the thing rides, check out this video over here in the corner, where I take it to the Bromont Bike Park in Quebec and just properly shake it down for the first time. Anyways, let's hop into the bike. So I guess we can start off at the front. So here we have a Fox 36 Rhythm. It does have kind of the climb mode switch, as well as rebound control down here. I've set this up to kind of my weight based on the chart they have somewhere here. Not sure exactly where it is, but there is a chart on there that tells you how to set it up. Feels super smooth so far. I'm very happy with this. I was kind of concerned about like kind of an entry level Fox 36. I maybe wanted the Performance Elite or something like that, but I realized that my skill is way below the capability of this fork, so very happy with the purchase. Handled everything really well. Moving on down to I guess the brakes here in the front. This is a 200mm rotor. I guess I can show you from this side. It's a 200mm rotor, and then the MT510 caliper on there. Stops super well. Again, I don't have like experience with a lot of big brakes. This is my first like 4-piston set, my first 200mm rotor. Works super well. In terms of the wheel, I think this is a Giant wheel. It does use Shimano hubs. If you get in there and see, it says MT410. Same thing in the rear, Shimano hubs and Giant wheel. In terms of the cockpit, it's pretty straightforward. Giant bars, giant stem, giant dropper post, lever, giant grips, which are actually pretty nice, so I think I'll leave these on here. And then of course the brakes and the SLX shifter. Works super well so far. I've noticed one thing: the bars are super rigid. If you're going over like kind of, you know, those like braking bumps in the bike park, those hurt a lot with these bars, more so than other bikes I've ridden. So maybe switch those out for something more, a little bit more flexible, or just get used to it. I definitely haven't so far, so I'll ride it a few more times and see if my hands get used to it, because my hands are absolutely killing me right now. Okay, so moving on back to the actual frame, it does say Trance X here, and it has this kind of really nice green, dark green color, black towards the back here, but it's really only noticeable when you're up close. When you're further away, it just looks kind of gray and black, and so I don't know, it's kind of cool, like the color changing capabilities of this paint. And if I actually bring it into the sun, you can't see it right now, but if I do bring it into the sun, which I will do later, it actually has like metallic flakes in it. It has like nice like gold and red flakes in the paint, so it looks super cool in the sun. And then this black part is just flat black. There are no flakes on this section, so it's a cool kind of like two-tone finish here. Okay, moving on down to the business end. This is the rear suspension, got 130mm of travel, Fox DPS Performance in the back. And again, I can't fault it. I haven't ridden like kind of like proper enduro bikes with like maybe a piggyback shock or something like that. I have never tried them, so I can't comment on it. But so far, just based on my riding the bike park, it's worked super well, super smooth, and both the kind of suspensions just work really well together to kind of give you this like floaty feeling. So the wheels are kind of going, and you're kind of just suspended somewhere above those two wheels, and you don't really feel like, you know, the front suspension activates, the rear suspension activates. No, you kind of just feel they both work together to just make you like float over things, which I think is super cool. So yeah, that's kind of like the Maestro Link suspension, they call it, with this shock in the rear. Works super well. It does have this lockout switch here, but I haven't felt the need to use it. Mostly been going only downhill. I've only brought it to the bike park so far, so I will be trying that in the future to see how well it works. So moving on down to the cranks, we have the Shimano SLX cranks. I have a crank boot on there, so you can't see it fully, but it does say SLX. Got a 32 tooth chainring, KMC chain all around, so not a Shimano chain, but works fine. and then SLX cassette and SLX rear derailleur. Shifts super smoothly. The bike shop kind of set it up perfectly, so every gear just hits perfectly. No complaints there at all. In terms of the rear brake, we have a similar setup to the front, except we have a 180mm rotor instead of 200. And then just rounding out the bike, we have a Giant saddle joined by a Giant dropper post. They both work pretty well, can't really complain. They do the job. Definitely not the lightest things on the market or the fastest, but it works fine. So can't complain there. Anyways, overall I am super pleased with the performance of this bike, especially for the price. It cost 3,800 Canadian dollars if you can find one. I think Giant kind of, they take the US value of the bike and then they convert it to Canadian, but then subtract another like $400. So compared to similarly priced bikes in the US, this is a much better value. So something like the Ritmo AF is the same price in the US, and so I'd probably go for that. Something like the Commencal Meta TR, the new one, 2021, is also the same price in the US. So those are definitely better value in the US. But being that they bring those to Canada and price them at around 4,500 Canadian dollars, and then this one's only 3,800, it's really a bargain for the price, specifically in Canada. So yeah, that's the bike. Been working super well, so far, and I'm excited to get it out on some more trails here in the GTA area. Anyways, that's about it. If you want to see how it rides, check out the video. I'll link it again over there or in the description. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Stay tuned for more videos. Please like if you enjoyed. Help other people see the amazing value of this bike in Canada. And yeah, that's about it. Take care, guys. Oh, and I guess one more thing, I promised to show you the kind of sparkly effect. Ignore this carbon fiber here. This is just some quick wrap I put onto it while my actual ride wrap arrives. But if you can see, if we zoom in here, it has kind of these like nice metallic flakes in there. There's a bit of red, there's some green I see, some yellow, and it just looks super cool. Let me see if I can turn up the shutter speed here, so maybe it gets a bit darker and you can see it better. Yeah, that's the kind of metallic effect on the front. So yeah, super cool. Again, super satisfied with the bike, and thanks for watching.